Jay here. I'm here to bring you a review on Dragon Ball Super Episode 76 English Dub. Okay. At the beginning of this episode, it shows Goku and Krillin inside that forest they wandered onto in the previous episode. So, they end up being surrounded by every villain from the past. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. And the villains that surrounded them was evil Vegeta from like the past, Nappa, Tambourine, Majin Buu, Cell, Frieza, King Piccolo, Piccolo's dad. Like that's just weird. And they're surrounding them, and Krillin was just terrified. And then Goku was trying to say like, "Oh, these are illusions. They're not real." So he walked up to the evil Vegeta and was about to like take a punch at this evil Vegeta, and the evil Vegeta like blocked his attack and fucking hit Goku back, and Goku went flying. So then Krillin, like, he starts running because he's just terrified because it's everyone who killed him basically. So he starts bumping into them like one by one. First, he bumped into Tambourine, who killed him in Dragon Ball by like it showed like a flashback too, like who killed him in Dragon Ball by like stepping on his head so hard that it like killed him. Then he bumped into like just everyone who else killed him, like fucking Frieza, who killed him by like sending him up, exploding his whole body. Fucking Deborah, who spit on him and turned him into stone. Just everybody, and he was just fucking terrified because it's everyone who killed him. So then Krillin is just terrified. He's curling up in a ball, just panicking, saying like, "These are the people who killed me." And then Goku's yelling at him, telling him like, "You need to fight back." So Goku is kind of like defending him, holding on to him, and like defending against the fucking like all the villains and shit. So then he tells Krillin like, "Let's go in the air and let's do like a Kamehameha wave against them." So then they both go in the air and they fire a Kamehameha wave, and then like it like obliterates like all the villains, like everybody. And then they go back like to the ground, and Krillin starts saying like he's scared and he just doesn't want to do this anymore. So he just has this little moment where he screams at Goku and tells him he's not like him. He can't keep getting stronger, because Goku was doing this with ease. Like he wasn't like tired like Krillin was or anything. He was just doing it with ease. And you know Goku, like he just loves fighting and training. And Krillin was just pissed off because Goku kept telling like, "Let's do it," and Krillin was like, he wasn't in the mood, like he just didn't want to do it. So Krillin was like, "I can't do it." Then he was gonna fly away, I guess, to go home. And then the fucking villains appeared again, but this time they're fucking giant. And then they start punching at fucking Goku and Krillin, and then one punched at Krillin. I'm pretty sure it was Tambourine. But one punched at Krillin and he went flying down, and one punched at Goku and he turned Super Saiyan and started fighting them back. So Krillin went flying down, and he gets back up and says like, "They won't give me a break. Like what the fuck?" And it did like a couple scenes where it went back to Master Roshi and his sister. She pulled out her crystal ball and started showing like how they are inside the forest, like they can watch them and shit. And then 18 and Marin, Krillin's daughter and wife, they showed up out of nowhere, and they end up watching like the fight on the crystal ball. So going back to the fight inside this mysterious ass forest, Krillin, he just gets punched like so hard where he goes flying. I forget what the force was called. Master Roshi said it, but I forget. Anyways, then it goes to Goku. And Goku, he's like getting like jumped by all the villains. Like, they're surrounded. Then he starts saying he's gonna get serious. So he turns Super Saiyan 3. And while he's Super Saiyan 3, the villains, like, I'm not gonna name them, I'm just gonna call them the villains. The past villains, they start growing larger. So Goku starts noticing, like, what the fuck? Oh, okay, maybe it's my power. Like, maybe the stronger I get, the bigger they get. So then he calms down. He goes to his base form and calms down and just controls his ki, where he just lowers it and just calms down, and they all just disappeared. Then Goku, like, he realizes that if he flies and uses some of his ki, then they'll like reappear. They'll appear again, like all the past villains. So then he does something that just, wow, like, what the fuck? Like, he hasn't used this in a while, but he calls Nimbus, his flying cloud that he had in Dragon Ball. And Nimbus just comes, and Goku gets on his Nimbus cloud and starts singing like the theme song of like Dragon Ball, like Chala. It was hilarious. Anyways, so moving on back to Krillin. Krillin is like surrounded by a bunch of Friezas, like a bunch of Nappa, just, and it's weird, like they keep switching identities, like back to Nappa and Frieza, and Krillin's like creeped out, like, what, they just won't give up. And he starts like attacking them using like solar flare, his destructo disc. Then he starts realizing, like, oh, like he notices the energy, and he starts noticing, oh, maybe it's my energy, and maybe I just gotta calm down. So then he starts calming down and like doing what Goku did, like lowering his ki and not using his ki at all, like controlling and shit. And once he did that, the Nappas, the huge Nappas, they're fucking giant. The Nappas that are surrounding him, they're just frozen. So then he starts using some weird ass power where his fucking hands were like glowing. Then he punched one of the giant Nappas and they just disappeared. Then it went back to Master Roshi and Android 18 and Fortune Teller Baba, like watching the fight, and they're like, oh, Krillin got it, okay, we're gonna do one last test. Then she started like going on the her like crystal ball, like doing some weird shit. Then it went back to the forest, like the fight and everything, and Krillin is like, no, Goku, oh my bad, Goku's like looking for Krillin, calling his name, like flying Nimbus. And out of nowhere, fucking Super Shenron, the Golden Dragon from the Universe 6 arc, like the Super Dragon Ball Dragon, like showed up and wrapped around fucking Goku and like captured him. Then Krillin showed up out of nowhere. It was like, Goku, like, what the hell? And then Goku's like, hey, Krillin. And then Krillin did some one weird ass attack. It was fucking dope. Like, he hit the fucking Super Dragon like in the fucking nose, and it just went back. And then fucking him and Goku did like a Kamehameha wave together, where like it was a dope ass Kamehameha wave. Like Goku turned Super Saiyan Blue, and Krillin used some weird ass power that like he learned in this fucking like mini arc, but they combined their Kamehameha wave, and I guess Krillin Kamehameha went spiraling around Goku's Kamehameha wave. It just looked dope. Then it fucking hit fucking the Super Dragon. The Super Dragon like fucking disappeared, and then like whatever, like the energy or whatever that was coming down from destroying the Super Dragon, it came down and it made all the fucking the plants that Master Roshi sent him to look for. That plant, it just planted everywhere from the energy just falling to the ground. So after that, it showed Krillin and Goku leaving the island, like with like a bag full of all them plants that they went to go get from Master Roshi. And then they get to Master Roshi's island, and Krillin's surprised to see Android 18 and his daughter there, and he ends up finding out that they watched him the whole time. And Master Roshi, he ended up eating all them plants, I guess to get like, I guess it was like some way to get him to live longer or whatever. It made him healthy again, because he said he could live 1,000 more years, because I'm pretty sure he's fucking old as fuck now. Anyways, after that, like, I guess the lesson they learned was to control their power. Like when they're like around Frieza and them, all they had to do is like lower their ki, or lower their power, or control their power, and then the villains will disappear. So after that, it went to Krillin's house, and like when he was, and there was a scene before they got to Kami's house, and Krillin just decided that he wanted to be a fighter again to impress his daughter and just to defend them or whatever. And you know, Goku, he was like, I don't get what you're saying. And then, so moving on back to where I was, it went to Krillin's house, and Krillin was getting his hair cut back to like his good old days, like where he was just bald. I guess that's his way of getting into fighting style, cutting his hair. So he asked Krillin if he looked alright, and his daughter said, yeah, he looks cool. Then Goku shows up out of nowhere and tells Krillin, like, I need a training partner. Like, would you be my training partner? And then Krillin said yes, as long as you don't say, as long as you don't turn Super Saiyan. Then the episode ended. So this episode was fucking dope. This little mini arc was just dope as fuck. Like, the cameos of all the past villains, that was just dope as fuck. Seeing Krillin get his confidence back and wanting to fight again, that was dope as fuck. Seeing the flying Nimbus after all these fucking years, like, where the hell has the flying Nimbus been? Like, has it been like up in the clouds waiting for Goku to scream its name? Like, goddamn, like, I don't understand that part. But anyways, that was dope to see. Goku's flying Nimbus was dope to see. And Goku, it was hilarious when Goku was singing the theme song of Dragon Ball. That was fucking dope. And just this whole episode was dope. I liked it. It was enjoyable. This little mini arc was just enjoyable. But next is the start of the Tournament of Power, and that's fucking dope as fuck. I can't wait to see more. And I'm Jay, and this is my review on Dragon Ball Super episode 76, English dub. Thank you for watching.